15. Here we go. Up to D in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll D and fade up sound. Stand by
This
A.
is Oklahoma's own News on 6.
Roll A. White by
definition.
Q.
The wait is over for
Stand by
Bluebell
B.
ice cream to return to
Roll
Green
B.
Country
White.
store shelves.
I talked with some
Stand
of the
by
first
A.
emergency responders to the OSU parade crash. They are troopers who were stationed
Roll
nearby.
A. White.
And after
Stand by
a
the
downtown
gym.
storage center catches fire, we find out what you need to know about protecting your
Such a
belongings if they are in
Dissolve.
storage.
Stand by 3 with.
But we begin this evening with Bluebell back
And
on
dissolve,
store
enemy.
shelves. Those half gallons that workers put on store shelves
Enemy
this
out.
morning are
C to Ram
already
37,
flying off
PCR
those
1.
shelves this
Stand by
evening.
C.
The company's plant in Broken Arrow fired up its lines 6 weeks ago after a nationwide
Roll C.
shutdown because of a
Take.
listeria outbreak.
Stand by 37
News on
left.
6 reporter Tony Russell is live at a research store this evening where the freezer aisle has been a pretty popular
Mike Q
spot,
and
right,
dissolve and
Tony?
animate.
Oh, it has. Here it
Read.
is, Bluebell hanging out in the half-gallon jugs.
Read.
This is where you're going to
Stand by
find
April
most
sound.
of them sitting in the freezer aisle all across the Tulsa Metro. Employees, members of the business community, and even executives celebrated the ice cream's comeback in Broken Arrow.
Roll A
Day.
sound and take. First key at 8, Danielle.
Customers
Step by key.
couldn't wait to get their favorite ice cream back.
Today is the day. I've
Key
been
and
waiting
enemy.
since they pulled the ice cream off
Enemy
the
down.
shelf.
At the
14 for
Bluebell
Ricky,
plant in
stand by.
Broken Arrow,
It is great to be
Key
here
enemy.
and a great day to have ice cream.
Enemy down.
Nothing better
Chris
than
Nation, photojournalist,
ice cream in
49. This
November.
round's a minute 30 back online after
city leaders
37
and
after
executives
this.
celebrated the
And he's
reopening
going
of
to demonstrate
the
the
plant
product.
and the return of its ice cream to stores.
Ice cream is the star today. Ice cream is what everybody's been waiting on. But really what goes deeper than
I'll be
that is
banana
the fact that employees are back to work. And really when it comes down to
Anything with
family,
caramel in it.
there's nothing more important than to see the employees
Stand
come
by
back.
nuisance
And as a
key at
family
49.
here at Bluebell, it's really what it's all about.
The
And
plant
key
laid
enemy.
off workers when the company shut down the plant in
Enemy
April
out.
after listeria was found
West
in
at
some of its
111,
products.
preset 4, Doug.
3 people died from the outbreak.
All
and
right,
the company
thanks.
suspended operations until it could clean up the plants and work on a new plan to prevent any future contamination.
at
Broken Arrow Chamber
111.
President Wes Smithwick says the company is being
Set by key.
proactive to restore customer confidence in the ice cream.
I think
Key
the
and
fact
enemy.
that they did a lot of things voluntarily early
Enemy
on.
out. That's your
and
last
they've
key,
been very
15
aggressive
seconds.
At, changing
Out to
processes
37
as they've
left.
reported demonstrates that.
And
10
customers
seconds.
are willing to keep supporting Bluebell.
We know it's
Ready, Red
fresh
37 with.
and it's local,
5.
so we're helping the economy, and we're celebrating somebody coming back online.
Take you. 2 and a
And
quad
they're
on
only rolling out
Craig,
about
page 4.
5 flavors. This is one of them, butter pecan. Still
Ready
a little
to.
cold right out of the freezer, and some stores are limiting purchases of the ice cream. Tony
Oh,
Russell. News
straight
on
up 2.
6.
Straight up 2.
The
And
U.S. Geological Survey
Take 2.
says a pair of earthquakes
Stand by
rattled
this 3.
Oklahoma today and were
Take it,
centered
enemy.
just a few miles from each other.
go,
They've
what you doing?
downgraded the
Matt?
strength
Oh,
of the
well.
quake that happened just before 11
We'll go ahead and
this
still
morning
tag 3
from a
straight, and then we'll go to 4 to B+.
to a 4.1. It was centered in Logan County, west of Langston
Ready, 3.
and north of Guthrie. About 30 minutes later, another quake happened just a few miles from there. It measures 3.4.
Take.
The
Ready for 1 to B+.
USGS has reports of people feeling the first quake in
Stand by.
Kansas City, which is more than 260 miles away.
Mike, you take.
And we felt that earthquake today
A
in
clean. Stand by.
Stillwater while we were interviewing OHP troopers who worked the fatal crash that killed 4 and injured 47 others at the
Roll
OSU
light.
homecoming parade.
Take.
These 4
B sound full
troopers
with.
were on the scene within seconds of a woman driving into the crowd.
Stand by
They
B.
say they have never seen anything so chaotic, and while they all had a job to do, and they did it, there are images and sounds that will stay with them forever.
Roll B sound and take key enemy.
The first thing that I really noticed that
Enemy down.
I don't
Have
think
another
I'll
key
ever
at
forget,
22.
I remember
This
seeing a black
runs.
stroller, a baby stroller,
I didn't write the
and
TRT
there
on
was
there. 28
later seen a
seconds.
bicycle off to the side
Hear
of it. That
yourself
stroller
think.
was laying there.
We'll tag
And,
4 to V+.
and it's kind of hard
Ready,
to
key?
describe, but it was kind of eerie quiet, except for I could hear a child scream, and that's the only sound I remember.
Before you come into
Okay,
the
mate.
scene, it's quiet, and as soon as you get into
Enemy
the scene,
down.
it's
Ready, 4 for a
loud.
tag.
I mean, you can't hear yourself think.
Mike, you take.
I will have more of my
Viz, 2
exclusive
next for a
interview
full
with these
screen.
troopers
Stand by.
tonight at 6, including what they found in the
Whoa,
debris that
hello.
they believe was a message from God.
Take Viz 2.
OSU is hosting a community-wide
You got the
memorial
OSU
service tomorrow
full
night
screen?
at 6
Go ahead,
o'clock.
Emmanuel.
News on 6 anchor Terry Hood will
3
be
on Craig
reporting
next,
from
page
Stillwater
7.
then. We will also live stream that service for you at newson6.com.
Ready, 3.
You can even watch it at News on 6 Now. That is Cox Cable Channel 53 and over the air Channel 6.3.
Take you.
Investigators are inside downtown
3 to
Tulsa's
38 for
historic
the
U-Haul
double,
building
PCR
working
2.
to figure out
Test.
what started a fire
Ready,
there
double.
Sunday. Firefighters say the most heavily damaged areas are on the 3rd floor.
Taking it anyway.
Well, News on 6
Ready,
reporter
round
Tess
38
Monty
with.
learned some storage renters might be covered by their insurance and not realize it.
My cue,
Tess?
taking anime. She did jump there. I just saw it.
Right now, those who are renting units on the
And
1st
read.
and 2nd floor are
Hey,
actually getting a
sample
chance
clean.
to go inside to check on
Stand
all
by
of their
A.
things. And folks have been stopping by both this afternoon and last night to make sure all of their things were safe. And for at least one man, he got the answer he was hoping for.
Roll ice sound and take.
Everybody
First
has
key's not
something that
till
means the world
28
to
for
them.
Charlie.
Looks good, you know.
And for ventriloquist Charlie, it's the mannequin he built himself named Shortchange.
It's a part of me, something I made, something I created to make people laugh and stuff like that.
Charlie says he and Shortchange travel for shows, and when they're not on the road for safekeeping and peace of
13
mind,
is dead.
13
Shortchange
dies,
stays
Paige.
packed away in
13
Charlie's
dies.
downtown 3rd floor U-Haul storage unit.
Stand by
The
key
only reason
and
why
key anime.
I put him here is because
Animate out.
I was
Page
afraid
13 is out.
my house will catch a fire.
Next key's not to 116 for Dominic Armstrong.
And this place caught a fire.
A fire at the historic U-Haul storage building started just before 5 o'clock Sunday
All good.
evening. 60 firefighters were called to help, and many of them stayed for 8 hours, putting the flames out and making sure they did not rekindle. And there was one firefighter who Charlie says went out of his way to make sure Shortchange survived.
And I told him, I said, this is my life. I'm getting ready to go on tour. I need him. I got to have him, you know.
The fire was already out around midnight when Charlie gave a firefighter the key to his unit, and not long after, he and Shortchange were reunited.
I would like to know who he was,
Stand by key.
and Shortchange and I both think him.
And
Key
with
anime.
the exception of
Whoa,
smelling
what's
like
that?
smoke and some damage to his
Animate
case,
out.
Shortchange
One more
was
key at
safe
143
and
for
still had
Jim.
his sense of humor.
Jim is
It was
next.
hot. Real hot.
Charlie doesn't have insurance, and while he says he could never put a price on Shortchange,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some insurance.
State Farm
Yes,
agent
Jim's
Jim
next.
Campos
Are they all
says
ordered?
it doesn't take a special policy.
Stand by
If
Jim's
you
key.
have renters or homeowners insurance, it will cover whatever is in your storage unit.
We want to
Anime.
be able to write the check, but you
Animate
gotta
out.
give us the opportunity
Ready,
to do that.
38 with. Take Q and key anime.
Agents say if you do have a storage unit, it's
C
a
to
good
A.
idea to
Travis
take
is mine for
pictures of
first
everything
forecast.
inside and then put them in a safe
Stand by
place
C.
so you'll have them in case something like this does happen. Now, firefighters say it is still too early to know exactly what caused the fire to start. As for those folks who have units on the 3rd floor, they'll just have to wait until U-Haul says it's safe for them to go inside. Reporting live, Tess Monty, News
Roll
on
C.
6.
Sound and take. Stand by A and Travis Mike. Roll A. White Mike Q.
It was kind of a crummy start this morning
You have a
on
key for
Monday.
this?
It was dense fog across the
No,
Tulsa
okay.
area.
Don't worry about it.
Caused a
Be out
lot of
the two
problems
next
for folks
on
that were
Travis
trying
with
to
his
drive.
name.
Gary Cruz, one of the members of our warn team as well, and he was just showing us what the
Stand by
traffic
two with.
looked like, and it was not good this morning. We don't think we'll have a repeat performance of that level, but there is more fog in the forecast.
And
Take a look
does off,
at what
haven't we?
happened today, though. We have
Stand
a
by
visible
weather
satellite
6.
picture, as you can see. And what's going
And
on with
does off
that
weather
is that it just
6.
kind of burned off during the day
All
until where
right.
there's almost nothing.
3
But
on Lori,
boy, talk
2
about much
on
of eastern
weather for
Oklahoma
Travis,
being hit
and
with
the
fog.
C for page 9.
We had a lot of it. Temperatures this afternoon rebounded so nicely. A beautiful fall late afternoon, 60s to near 70. Warm spot, 70 in McAllister and 71 in Fort Smith. The rest of us not far behind from 64
All right,
to
12 is
68
out.
degrees.
You said
Metro
14 is a
at
Lori
this time.
Reed?
Tulsa is at 68. Also
14 will be
at
Craig.
Owasso,
Craig Reed.
69 in Jinx. Also 68 in Bixby
Okay,
as well.
12,
Coweta and
13
Broken
both
Arrow.
out.
And 64 over
14
in
is going to
Claremont.
be a Craig Reed.
Temperatures tonight will drop off. We'll have mostly fair skies tonight with temperatures down the upper
4.
50s to near 60 by 9
Or 2
o'clock.
rather,
And as
2,
I
sorry.
said, some more patchy fog
Somebody
and another
doubled,
storm
soft
system
double.
just off in the distance. We'll have more
Ready,
on that
C?
coming up in just a little bit.
All right,
Roll
thank
C.
you, Travis.
Mike, you take.
Tulsa police say a
Somebody
mother
with.
turned in her own son
Roll
for a
light.
car
White.
burglary. The officers
And
say the
can
woman
animate.
heard gunshots in her backyard, and when she looked outside, she
Animate
recognized
out.
her son. Police say the woman
Page
told them
10's
her
next.
14-year-old
3
son came back inside,
Lori.
probably through a window,
Once again,
and she
14 will
found
now
him with
become a
several
Craig
guns.
Reed.
Officers say several guns have been stolen from a car just a few blocks away.
Number 3.
Police say the boy ran when his mom called police, but they caught him.
Take 3 key.
Tulsa police say a man walked into the Fort Collins, Colorado Police Department today and turned himself in for a fatal hit and run that happened in Tulsa yesterday morning. Police say 2 different vehicles hit an 18-year-old man near 41st and Sheridan Sunday morning. Witnesses told police the driver of the truck who hit that victim first just kept driving, but the second driver stopped. They say Hunter Smith had to drive all night to Colorado before he turned himself in today.
Animate, take.
And Tulsa police officers arrested a man accused of stealing a car and then leading them on a chase. A man called police saying he was following his own Ford Mustang, which had just been stolen. Police caught up with the car on Highway 169 near 11th Street, but that driver did not stop. Officers say the driver hit a curb, bailed out, and took off running, so a canine officer found Justin Gillespie nearby. He is now in jail for several crimes, including resisting arrest and having a stolen vehicle.
Take Q.
The Osage Nation is celebrating the grand opening of 2 new buildings today. The larger building is a 20,000 square foot welcome center on the Osage Nation's campus in Pawhuska. The other building is a new office center. The tribe says it's been more than 50 years since they've built any new buildings on that campus, so these were much needed.
Take music.
The U.S. Supreme Court takes up the case
about truth and online
profiles.
That could affect a lot of people. Plus, how TU researchers say we can keep good teachers in the state of Oklahoma.
And we have a look at the mess left
behind
after floods and tornadoes pound Central Texas.
3, 2, 1, and fade it, roll your brake. Hi, Chihuahua. ID 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll D and dissolve my cue.
Oklahoma is losing quality educators. A new University of Tulsa study says the state should take a new common sense approach to fixing a broken education system, including paying teachers more.
But they say that simple fix may be more complicated than it sounds. Grant Hearns takes a look at the problems that come along with this solution.
Roll A, sound and 1.
We just talked about this
First keys, not
for
23
months,
for Amber.
Oklahoma's teacher shortage has been making headlines. Nearly 1,000 classrooms without teachers at the beginning of this school year and no end in sight. But the study put out by the Oklahoma Business and Education Coalition and Oklahoma State School Board Association says there's a simple fix. Give teachers a raise.
Education is really that foundation from which we build the rest of our life on, and it's what we build our economy on here in Oklahoma. And so there isn't a more important investment than education.
The study showed an alarming trend over the last decade. Teacher pay has been declining and teachers are leaving fast. 35% of teachers will leave their school after their first year and 17%, nearly 1 in 5, will quit teaching altogether.
We need bold leadership to look at options moving forward. Because our teacher shortage crisis
30 seconds left here. Tech 3, Lori.
The study says teachers should be paid 12% more across the board, and for low-income or urban schools that have trouble getting and keeping experienced teachers, a 50% bump in pay. But with the state facing a budget gap in the hundreds of millions, experts agree it's not a realistic plan right now. But education advocates say something needs to be done
10 seconds
before
out,
the
ready,
crisis gets worse.
And every year that goes by that we don't have that plan in place and we don't give hope to our current teachers and future teachers, then we'll lose more.
Grant Herms, News on 6.
Mike, you take.
The State Board of Education has also asked for more money to pay teachers, but it is far below what is proposed in that study.
Take you, Craig.
The U.S. Supreme Court took up the case today of a man who is suing an online search engine for posting information about him that was not true. The man says Spokio, a website that creates profiles for people based on public information, claimed he was in his 50s, married with children, and had a graduate degree. None of that's right. Other websites like Google, Facebook, and Twitter are siding with Spokio's lawyers who say people can't file a lawsuit unless they were actually hurt. Well, the justices used the example today of someone asking a person on a date and Google showing them as married so the date doesn't happen. The court is expected to make a decision next year.
A lot of people want to know what that decision is. A lot of misinformation out there.
Tons of misinformation.
That's right.
And
well,
music.
With the sun peeking out, things are set to warm up across eastern Oklahoma.
But Travis says more rain is just around the corner on the Osage Casino Skycam network where the trees are starting to change.
3.
He's going to tell us which days the rain will affect us.
1. And fade us down. Ready, break. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and start to move and fade up. Mike Q, animate.
Halloween weekend in Green Country was pretty
animate
cool.
Out. Stand by A.
But for many in Central Texas, the weather was destructive. It was terrible,
animate.
in fact. In Austin, folks are just beginning to
animate
clean
out. Have
up
another
after
key at 11,
flooding.
we can make it
Happen in many homes. It happened so fast, many
Stand by
people didn't
key
have
for
time to
Houston.
gather any of their belongings.
And animate.
And in Houston, heavy rain overran the
Animate
city's
out.
sewage
Stand by
plant,
B,
spilling
clean
more
and
than
Travis.
2 million gallons
And
of
all their mics.
untreated wastewater
Roll B.
into city streets.
White.
It wasn't just flooding, though. The storm system did spin
All right,
up
be out
a
to
few
the wall
tornadoes,
next.
including the one seen
Go ahead
in
and
this
bring Travis's
surveillance
mic in.
video
Stand
from
by
a
the
home
wall.
near
Stand by
Houston. Look
Travis.
at all that stuff flying around.
Wow.
You can see it destroying the homeowner's patio furniture. Wow. It is just amazing the fury and the power of those storms.
Yeah, you guys, and I'll tell you what, we were fortunate because we ended up with just some damage in portions of southeast Texas and Louisiana, and I mean, it was bad enough for those folks, but that storm system is now pushed all the way down toward Florida, and we have more tornado watches. Take a look at what's going on. Right now, tornado watches are across portions of southern Georgia, and that is, again, associated with that same slow-moving storm system. And guess what? There's another system back to our northwest.
down the line
and we're
going
to be talking about El Nino coming up on Wednesday. So you want to make sure that you're joining us for that, because we're going to share with you what we think is going to happen this winter. But already, very interesting, storm center across Salt Lake City where it's a balmy 70 degrees. And it never rains in California, Southern California. I think it does. This go around it does. Bakersfield, in fact, picking up some rain, moving in on LA, and there's showers, and there could even be some lightning associated with that. So again, this is kind of the beginning of a change with El Nino and what's going on there. But right now, we're enjoying a break. That last storm system is pushed all the way to the southeast, waiting on the next one. And where is that next one? As we said, just out to the west. But tonight through the morning hours, all is quiet. The only thing that will happen, some patchy dense fog, and that could cause a few issues as far as maybe some drizzle, maybe have to slow you down a little bit. But during the day, fog will pretty much burn off thanks to the sun. Temperatures be very nice in the 70s, and we're looking for that next system out to the west of us, still hanging out there. And you see some of the blues that are associated with that. That's associated with some of the snow, especially in higher elevations. We'll be dealing with a very mild start on Wednesday morning. That'll be followed up by a very mild day on Wednesday with a mix of clouds and sun and temperatures near 80 degrees. No storm system, snow across the Colorado Rockies, so skiers, get ready. It is going to be probably a great winter. Now, as far as this morning, it was not a great morning. This is a look from Broken Arrow, just kind of give you an idea, set the stage from the campus at NSU in Broken Arrow. It took a while for that fog to finally lift. It was drizzly. It was a little less than exciting. And then late this afternoon, sun burned it down, and we ended up with clear skies. Now, as the kind of day is weird, just because daylight saving time is over with, we're back to Central Standard Time, and that means the sun's setting here in just a little bit. And it looks dark. It's kind of weird to think about that. It's just after 5 o'clock, but that's the way it's going to be for the next couple of months. So be ready. 68 degrees right now, southeast wind at 5.
I know.
73% humidity. Still a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, which also indicates to us that there's a pretty good chance that we'll probably have a good potential for some patchy fog or drizzle again tomorrow morning. 70 was the high today. 67 is normal. Morning temperatures were in the 40s. Notice 1966, it was 20. Right. It can get
1 minute
cold.
1.
That is not the case right now. We're looking at temperatures very pleasant, 60s, 71 out of Pogue Airport. And as we look across northeast Oklahoma, same story. Temperatures running in the 60s to around 70 degrees. So very, very nice weather. Tonight through the morning hours, quiet, not expecting too many things to go on. You see a little bit of green. There'll be some patchy drizzle in the area in the morning with low clouds and fog. And so allow yourself some extra time tomorrow morning, especially from Tulsa to the east, probably a little bit higher probability of more dense fog. And then as we go through the day, the fog will burn off. Temperatures will move
30
into
seconds,
the
30.
70s. It should turn out to be
Hopefully
really
the
nice.
sun will be there.
So those 70s that are going to be
that
we'll enjoy as we go through our Tuesday will also translate into Wednesday with some morning clouds, but then during the afternoon partly sunny, and we'll be back in the 70s. And our storm system really doesn't start to show up until we get into Thursday when rain, some showers, and some thunderstorms show up. So forecast looks like this. Tonight, quiet, beautiful evening, 50s to near 60. 55 in the morning, some patchy areas of fog, as we said. Again, some could be dense. Allow yourself a little extra time. We'll keep you updated on that. 71 with the fog clearing. Notice the temperatures will be very warm for the next couple of days. 70s near 80 kind of boring. There's Thursday with a chance of showers, and then we'll see temperatures much cooler for the weekend.
Stand
but little
by
chance
camera
of
4.
The way things are shaping up. So one day, some more beautiful.
Ready, 3 for tees.
I will take that boring any day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Looks
the temperature's been great.
Yes, they have.
Thank you, Travis.
Turn take in music.
Well, the International Space Station hit some
Roll light.
milestone.
Just how many people have called that space station home
Breakmaster.
over the past
3,
15 years?
2, 1, and fade us down, ready break. All right, 10 seconds. Stand by 3 in the Zoom and their mics. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And start to move and dissolve. Mike Q.
The International Space Station has continuously had someone living there for 15 years
That doesn't
now.
even seem possible. 220 people from 17 different countries have visited or called the space station home. It started with 3 rooms. Now it has 13. NASA says more than 26,000 meals have been served there. And the U.S., Russian, and Japanese crew currently on the station are planning a special dinner tonight to celebrate. I don't know what that would be in space, but something good.
Dissolve 3.
Japanese and American.
That's right.
Combination of different foods.
Great history.
Hey, you know, even though it's not cold yet,
30
it is getting cold. I mentioned that a record low of 20 degrees, but I want you to be advised because it is time for you to help us out and donate coats for kids. This year it's going on. You can drop off a new or gently used coat at any Yale Cleaners location and they'll clean it. Then they'll get them to Catholic Charities, and then you'll be able to give it to someone who needs a coat.
And
so
Dissolve 3,
awesome
stand by for music, and T5 with music.
And
Dissolve, and animate 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade us down. Roy break. Thank you, folks. Thanks for your patience. We'll do it again in probably whenever.